Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the stream. We are going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons this evening. Though this particular stream may be a little different than normal, as we are down 3 players, and we are down to just three of our regular players tonight. But thankfully, our 3 players that are here are really fun to be around, and like just in general, all of my play, I'm really happy for all of my players, and we do hope that the others can come back soon. As normal, we probably won't pay too much attention to chat this evening, as it is a D&D stream, but please feel free to talk in the chat. It is a wonderful thing to see. And I love reading it back after the fact. So, thank you everybody for joining us, and I'm gonna go ahead and go let our players be able to speak to you guys. Hi everybody, how are we doing?
Hello.
How are you? Had to turn my music down just a smidge because some of y'all are quiets.
I have never once in my life been told I've been quiet.
Liar.
I'm awake.
So it has been quite a while since this particular party got together. If y'all want to go ahead and reintroduce yourselves, we'll start with, we'll go alphabetical. So, Axie, how about you start?
You think I know who I am? I don't know who I am. What is this?
Reintroduce yourself and your character, please.
Reintroduce myself to myself. Okay. Hi, I am Axie the Assassinatl. I'm just chilling. I am playing Ferlin Fiddlesmith. He is a bard, paladin, dwarf, leaning more toward the paladin at this point. And yeah, I'm very I have a lot of attitude. That's about the most description you're gonna get.
This is another one of those players that tells Gandalf that he can eat shorts.
Yeah, he goes, suck it.
Okay, so Claire, how about you introduce yourself and your character, please?
I'm Claire. I'm awake.
You have your coffee?
No, I should have gotten it before we started. I'm playing Boda Black Boots, a fighter thief who fight with a pulled arm, long stick, pointy bit.
Long stick, pointy bit.
Long stick, pointy bit.
Alrighty. Anything else you'd like to say about Boda before we move on?
Boda's awake, and so am I.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're totally not just waking up from a long rest. And Huffy, if you want to introduce yourself and your character, please.
Hi, I'm Huffy. I play Eleanor Morghouse, the tournament champion.
That's true. You are a tournament champion. Would you like to say anything else about Eleanor?
Nah, that's more than you normally get.
It really is. Okay. So, do any of you remember what happened last session by chance?
We fought big guys.
I remember Leaf using the make forest.
Yep.
I thought.
We got a trebuchet.
Yeah, you did get a trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet. That's the
Char has a
scientific
girlfriend. I remember
pronunciation.
that.
That happened a while ago.
Yeah, but he still has her.
Yeah, she is not quite dead and or mauling other people back at your town, so far as you're aware.
girlfriend status, not dead.
Okay, so I will give the actual recap. As of last session, you guys had left Allendale to go toward Minas Ithil, a large city in Gondor that had called for your aid against an incursion of orcs. Upon arriving at the valley of Minas Ithil, you realized that the incursion of orcs was at their front door. There were orcs, there were giant spiders, there were cave trolls, just the works. There was a big fucking army outside of this giant walled city, launching boulders that they had mined off of the mountains. As you arrived, you laid waste to the forces of Sauron that were at the doors of Minas Ithil, after destroying the trebuchets and killing the entirety of the force. Well, not the entirety of the force, but the entirety of their rear guard, which were the cave trolls. You were able to make your way through the army, like the main horde of the army, into the city and shut the gates before the horde got into the main gate. With Charlene turning not one, not two, but 3 cave trolls into giant fucking wraiths. So that is where we left off. You had all just been introduced to the king, King Elendil. Elendil in Elvish means elf friend. If any of you speak Elvish. And you were all kind of shoot into rooms where you could rest. You have had right now, currently on the outside of the city, the orcs can't get in. Their troll forces being demolished. The threat is there, but it's going to take a few days before they can actually get into the city. So you have, and what this session is going to be is a little bit of opportunity to learn about the city and have just some small downtime between the last big battle and what is sure to be the next one, because there's gonna be a big battle soon.
That's not foreboding in the least.
There gotta be.
I mean, you guys did leave a massive army outside.
I mean, we did also do a great job of killing most of them.
You did a great job of killing their rear line, which was about 500 orcs and 5 cave trolls. Yeah. So you got rid of their artillery, so they can't, bust down the gates right now, but there's still 7,000 orcs outside.
Them's rookie numbers.
I mean, if we killed 500 in a night, we could get rid of them relatively easily. Take a couple days.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that's the point of why you got into the city, is that you are there so that you can help dispatch the army of orcs outside. But as of right now,
we are the reinforcements.
Yes, you are currently the reinforcements. As of right now, you are in the city. There's a lot of hustle and bustle about kind of making sure that the guard units are posted and things of that nature, and people know where where kind of everybody is. Right, you have been taken by the son of the king, Isildur, to a chamber, essentially allowing the group to have a almost base of operations within Minas Ithil. It's a guardhouse that has, beds and weapon racks and things of that nature for all of you to kind of rest in. And where we kind of pan into the session is you guys awaking on your second day within Minas Ithil after days of travel with barely very much rest. You notice that Charlene is sleeping, Hengist is nowhere to be found, and Terran is likely off somewhere in the city, which is why they will not be joining you on this particular adventure.
They're probably by the cooks.
Probably.
She's probably over by the cooks.
Probably.
trying to get good food to people.
Yeah, more than likely feeding the masses as they huddle,
Feeding the
scared.
masses, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's exactly where Terran is. Charlene, on the other
Building
hand,
walls
is
by,
like
like,
face
throwing
down, asleep in the bed, but not like on the mattress, like under the mattress between it and the box spring. That's where Charlene's sleeping. Just to stay true to the character.
Very good. Very good.
And then who knows where Hengist is? He tends to disappear from time to time. Probably.
Smoking some of that halfling pipe weed.
Probably.
Trying to find some that see what they have here, you know.
The local delicacies, as they say.
Minas Ethel specifically has South Farthing halfling pipeweed, like brought in because it's that good shit. Claire, you were going. Claire, you were going to say something?
He's just Hangustin out.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you each awake, you kind of the smell of war is about in the air. There's fires burning. There's food cooking around in like small campfires, like different dispatches making their own lunches. But you right now you kind of awake in your little guardhouse. And what are you all doing as you wake up?
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I want to see the town.
Is there much town to see? I mean,
Oh,
are
yeah.
we all at alert, high alert?
There is quite a lot of town to see. The Minas Ethel is a large city. Like, it is... So, the outer wall is on high alert, but if you go in, like, one or two walls, it's business as usual. Because they think they're basically like, okay, well, at this point, the orcs can't get in, so we're gonna continue to live our lives. Because it's a giant walled city. So if you wanted to, you could go explore the deeper areas of the city, and you will eventually need to make your way to the throne room, which is in the deepest level of the city, to speak to King Alendale on what the plan is going forward now that you're here.
The "you will eventually" line makes me think that we no longer actually need to do that today and should be doing something else today. Is this true? For sure?
Yeah, no, that's basically it. Isildur essentially, when he brought you guys kind of to your quarters, was like, hey, you guys have a couple days to rest. In about sometime between tomorrow and 3 days from now, visit my father. So you have 3 days downtime.
Okay, so we don't need to do that. That was my question.
You don't need to
should
do
we
that
be going
urgently.
into the middle city.
The middle city is where you'll find like markets, ale houses, just general revelry, things of that nature. Probably a good place to make some money for a bard.
I was gonna say, I feel like Ferlin's a little jumpy, like, just like kind of ready to go. Just like there's a sound, and he's like, "I'm gonna murder it."
If Ferlin is jumpy, Ferlin can go to the wall, which the wall itself looks over the battlefield. So he can, if he would like to, if y'all are gonna like split up, you can go and do separate things, and I can focus on each of you individually if you would like.
If we did
Sounds like a good
that,
plan.
I could go get coffee.
Yes, I think what I'm gonna do is we'll start with Axie. Claire, go ahead and go grab your coffee.
Go get your coffee, BB.
You saved me.
So Ferlin is able
Yeah.
to so Ferlin has a few
I
options.
feel like he still needs to like process and come down, like a night's sleep isn't enough to like get the nerves to settle, so something to make him feel like he's secured the place
Okay. A good way to do that would be going to the wall where the defenses are. There are ballista on the wall, so if Ferlin would like to go up and kind of
shoot some shit.
if he wants to, he can go up and start blasting. But he can also, make sure that the defenses are posted and kind of survey what you have as far as reinforcements if battle does break out. That's definitely something Ferlin can do.
I feel like just because I feel like I know the soul of Leaf's character, I want to feel like Ferlin is just going to pester Terran and follow Terran around and make Terran like build the defenses. You know, when Leaf did the restructured stuff with like growing wood and made it like more solid.
Yeah,
like,
Terran,
do it here.
Terran is currently working on the main gate, which was damaged in the last assault. That is what Terran's project is. So
Ferlin's just gonna like wants to like oversee it for a bit and be like, good, we're good,
okay,
good.
And
then shoot things.
Okay. So while Ferlin is interacting with Terran, and Terran's kind of going, yes, I've got this, don't worry. And kind of building the new gate for the main city. I want you to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. Hold on a hot moment, please. I forgot how to roll things. Fuck, where's my perception?
It'd be in your skills over on the left-hand side.
Okay, there it is. 15.
Okay. So, upon rolling a 15, Ferlin kind of looking around and being able to kind of read people, as an entertainer for a long time, Ferlin would see that the morale around here is kind of low. The men are, a lot of the soldiers, the tried and true soldiers are battle worn and beaten, and the ones that look like their armor's a little newer look like they've probably seen either too many winters or not enough. So there's a lot of, like fresh-faced 18-year-olds and then a lot of really old dudes.
Okay, so like that one scene in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. That is the reference I was making. Like this is definitely an army that was not ready for this level of combat. The main bulk of Gondor's forces do not live in Minas Ithil. They live in Minas Tirith. So you have a lot of rangers around here, but not a lot of soldiers. So you've got, if Ferlin would like, you can try and raise morale, or you could try and give a rousing speech, if you'd like.
Oh God, a rousing speech. That doesn't really sound like me. But I mean, I couldn't like play some music.
You absolutely could.
I kind of wanna. I can't remember how it goes, and so I can't really like sing it or anything. But I know when we first started, I played a song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was the Diggy Hole song.
Yeah, it was the Diggy Hole.
Yeah.
Diggy
Hole.
Hole.
Yeah, everyone was like, God, not this fucking shit again. I want to start with that.
Okay, so you start strumming the tune to Diggy Diggy Hole. Not a thing that a lot of people around here have heard. But
right,
you hear
on
one
their feet, it's like a dancing song. It's
absolutely.
jovial.
You do see, however, you do hear in the back a familiar voice go, "Oh God, not this again!"
Is it Jamie?
It is not. It is apparently one of the patrons who was at the...
Just a random person.
He's just like, "No, I left for a reason."
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, too fucking bad. Screamed between like singing, the lyrics.
So it starts as Diggy Diggy Hole, and
I feel like my brain's not creative enough right now to think of any lyrics for any song, so I'm just gonna kind of describe the the tone.
Yeah, that's
and
totally
idea.
all right. That's totally fine.
But I feel like it would turn into some sort of like romantic sea shanty
Okay.
after Diggy Hole.
Okay.
So still upbeat, but like a little bit of a slower upbeat.
All right.
You know, just that kind of like rise and fall of
Okay. So roll me a charisma check. So or performance. Roll me performance.
performance. Okay. 21.
Okay. With a 21, you get everybody kind of up on their feet. The soldiers seeming to be like much better, like much more pumped, much more ready to go, and you're able to kind of bolster morale. So in the coming battle, the soldiers will be less likely to run away.
Wonderful.
This is me subtly introducing a mechanic where you guys have to ready the troops before a battle happens.
This is how we control the army.
Yep. This is me very subtly slipping in mass combat rules. Okay, so your morale is pretty good right now. Is there anything else you'd like to do other than kind of raising the morale of the troops and pestering Terran continuously?
Yeah, lots of pestering Terran continuously, for sure. I feel like, you know, toward the night time, on all of these days, but definitely the first day, I think Terran would probably go to like the local pub and just kind of sitting in the back of the place, but still kind of strumming guitar. You know, maybe he catches a few eyes, but that's not necessarily what he's trying to do. To like start trying to like make a song about their journey so far.
Okay, so he's kind of writing. Is it like a ballad or is he writing an epic?
Oh. What would you say the difference would be?
So a ballad is just a song. An epic is a tale accompanied by music. So like imagine someone telling the story of The Hobbit, but with the Peter Jackson soundtrack behind it.
Right. Okay, I think it would probably be. There's gonna be a lot of songs, but I think the one he'd work on first would probably be. I want to do like a ballad to the fall of his like homeland, but in a kind of like, I don't know, like not
so
in that kind of like, I'm sad I was so kind of detached from you and that you're gone now, but I hope you rest in peace kind of bullshit.
Okay, so he's singing a lament for his people. A lament for his family.
Yeah, like I'm sad that all my people are dead.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
It was still hard to live with you, but
I'm not happy that you're dead. Yeah.
It can still be sad that my whole like culture is gone.
Okay, roll me another performance check.
Okay. And he's like writing it too, you know, like he's not really trying to get attention. 25.
Okay. So even though he wasn't trying to get attention, there are tears in this bar. Like he suddenly finds himself as he's writing. He like looks up and there's a pile of gold on the table. Roll me a 1d100, please.
Won't need it if they all die.
We can just take him off their corpses then. Fine. Oh.
Here, I'll
I'm
roll it.
personally from the Theoden School of Morale, and that I want to tell everyone that they're going to die.
We're all going to die right away.
That's just super cool.
28.
And like worth their time.
So you make 28 gold pieces to start, and then by the end of the night, you make 24 more gold pieces. So by the end of the night, you've got a good 50 some odd gold pieces. All right. So that's kind of what we're gonna pan away from
Cool.
from Ferlin for the day, and kind of go back over to let's go Eleanor. What is Eleanor doing right now?
So Eleanor's gonna kind of poke around town and see like what she sees at first sight, pretty much.
Okay, so there are a
Like, what's
few.
the first thing that's going around?
So, are you poking like the town proper, or are you looking more toward the defenses area? Because like the area where you start, where your like guardhouse is near the main gate. So like you're in the first outer shell of Minas Ethel. If you want to go toward where the civilians would be, that would be 2 layers back of like wall and defense. And when you get into the main thoroughfare of that, you see a large town square with a giant, beautiful, blooming white tree. The white tree of Gondor was taken from Arnor before it fell, or not Arnor. It was taken from don't Numenor. It was
I
taken
like how
from.
you just tried to warn me not to tell you. Meanwhile, I had no idea.
Yeah, no. I'm my brain was cataloging which piece of information. The white tree was taken from Numenor. 2 seeds were taken from the white tree in Numenor and planted, one in Minas Ethel and one in Minas Tirith. And they're known as the king's trees. So the trees will only bloom if someone of royal blood rules in the city. This particular tree is bloomed and blossomed and beautiful, and around it are people who are, living their lives. Still a little on edge, still kind of when they see someone who's like in armor and like weapons on them, they kind of get a little tense, but they're not letting what potentially could happen kind of rule them. These are a brave folk. So they're kind of trying to just kind of live their lives for the time being with knowing that potentially orcs could bust in at any minute and kill them all.
Got you. Okay, so they're all horribly depressed, but try not to be obvious about it.
Well, no, it's not that. It's that they are on edge because an attack could happen, but they are trying to live their lives on anyway.
Yeah, horribly anxious.
Yes, that would be that's a much better description.
Understandable. I'm gonna say she will hang out in the area with the defenses to start with, just kind of get acquainted with the types of soldiers or like whoever in general might be working posted at this wall.
Okay. So are you looking for like who's in charge, or are you just kind of looking to speak with a few of the like soldiers?
She's just kind of here to socialize with the soldiers in general. If the person, she's not like looking for the person in charge, but if like she accidentally finds them, that works too, I suppose.
She would know that the outer guard is under the command of Prince Isildur, a younger man he's tall. He has long black hair and well-kempt beard, and wears the armor of Numenor. He is wearing like very distinctly like Numenorian armor, whereas these other soldiers are wearing more like newer Gondorian plate armor. His is more of a scale, almost Roman-looking centurion's armor. The soldiers.
I can see that guy coming from a mile away.
Yeah, he's very like, you can see him from where his post is, by the edge of the wall. He's kind of standing with like a longbow, ready to jump to the defense of the city at any given point. His soldiers on the wall specifically, if you're up on the top where the battlements are, you see a few of them playing cards, a few of them, having a drink or two. Because, who wouldn't if you're staring down an army of 7,000 orcs?
Yeah.
But you see that, for the most part, these soldiers are on a guard duty where this is something that they've probably been doing for a few days. They've been up here a while. The prince himself actually looks rather sleep-deprived. Upon seeing you, the prince will kind of like not deflate, but like, you know that like when someone who is on edge sees something that relieves them and they kind of relax, you see kind of the slump in the shoulders of the once high-strung prince as he goes, "Hail, you must be Lady Eleanor of Allendale, correct?"
I see my reputation precedes me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You it does. Your horse itself. I saw you all come in. Your horse was.
Oh yes.
I stabled your horse, with mine, and he kind of gestures down to a stable where it looks to be where Alan is being very well taken care of next to a beautiful, tall white mare. Like the, and he kind of goes, my horse was bred in Numenor. I was a stable hand there.
Mine I got from an elf.
You know, elven horses, they're fast, but is he powerful is my question.
Oh yes, he's very powerful. He's helped me win quite a few tourneys.
Oh, you joust?
I joust often.
What would you say to a wager?
Ooh, competitive, are we? Sure.
I was quite the I've made quite a reputation for myself as well, and you being known to the tourney circuit, the prince has never tilted against someone. Tilting is what the term is for jousting. The prince has never tilted against someone he's ever lost to. Isildur is currently undefeated in the lists.
So what you're saying is it would be really funny if everybody got a chance to see you planted in the dirt.
You may think that, but you can keep thinking that. But I'll see you on the.
Prove me wrong.
He goes, go get your horse, and he will head to the lists.
Awesome, yeah. Eleanor will go get Alan from the list. You mentioned a wager, but I would rather not be betting a horse on this because I wouldn't have a ride home otherwise.
I'm not gonna wager your horse. What I was gonna wager is this, and he'll slowly pull out a long sword and unsheath it, and the blade itself is made of a beautiful sterling silver, and a deep, almost azure blue steel. He goes, "This is a sword that I had made," and he'll spin it, and it is as light as a feather and can cut through virtually any armor. And he'll sheath it again. And he goes, "This is what I will be wagering." And he'll put it kind of to the side.
I see, and you'd like me to wager something of a similar value, I assume? Let me see what I have. She will start rummaging through her package, or through her baggage. There's a dragon slaying greatsword in here, which is pretty cool.
He'd look at it with great interests as he uses great swords.
Would that be sufficient?
I believe that would be sufficient to go up against my Vorpal blade.
If he used bastard swords and you showed him a bastard sword, would he look at it with bastard interest?
Yes, he would. He'll smile and go, I will wager my blade against yours, and we'll see who wins. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna have you roll 2 contested checks. One is dexterity to stay on your horse, and one is strength to not be not to be able to knock him off his. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go ahead and
while I
roll.
check my stats because I have something for this.
Alrighty.
While I'm mounted, I have advantage on melee attack rolls against any unmounted. Okay, so that doesn't work. I've got Born to the Saddle. If I fall off my mount, and descend no more than 10 feet. I can land on my feet. Okay, that's pretty neat, I suppose.
Is it nothing? You ain't got nothing against mounted versus mounted combat?
Well, there was something to get a bonus at the save to get for like if someone was to cause issue with the horse, I would have an advantage to the save. I don't know where it is. I may have invented it in my mind.
Let me see. Let me look on your sheet.
I've got good animal handling.
D&D Beyond. Why do you do this? Why do you be slow?
Not funny.
Features and traits. Jack of all trades, Son of Rest.
I thought it would be in there, but I can't seem to find it. So now I'm
Second
not so
Wind,
sure.
Action
Maybe I invented
Surge. Deep Speech, Born to the Saddle, Unwavering Mark. Weapon attacking, mark creature. Extra attack, ability score improvement.
Well, I guess I can use Mantle of Inspiration in this, which it basically just lets me move 60 feet for free.
You're mounted in arming capacity. You have advantage melee attack. Mounted creature, you can force target or deck saving throw only half. If your mount is subjected to an effect that allows you to make a deck saving throw to take only half damage. So what it does is if you have to make a deck save while on your mount, you don't take damage from it.
Dope. Where was that? I've been struggling.
At the very bottom, under mounted combatant, it's the last sentence.
Oh, that fucking sucks. I stopped at manage feats because I thought that was the bottom.
Nope.
All right, I was wondering why I wasn't able to find. Okay, so she gets advantage on the deck save.
No. What it is that if this were to do damage to her, and she succeeded the dex save, she wouldn't take any damage, and if she failed, she'd take half.
Okay, that works. Okay, so you want me to do 2 saves. What are they again?
You're gonna roll a dex save and a strength check.
Oh, that's the least helpful combination of things. Sure. First one is a total of 4.
Okay, so is that the dex save?
That is the deck save.
All right.
Second one is a total of 9.
Okay, so are either Boda or Ferlin watching this happen?
Oh my god, yes, please.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so you
Letting Eleanor
see
get her ass kicked.
you
'Cause she doesn't
see
get any of her bonuses. 'Cause this is
normally
combat.
your friend Eleanor, who is a damn good jouster. Ferlin, you specifically remember watching her dismount the undefeated sons of Elrond in the lists at Rivendell. However, you see the Prince of Gondor tilt his lance with 2 natural 20s.
Oh, you ass.
Total 30 and 31.
How does that? Okay, so how does this person have at least a plus 11 to strength? Because that was a flat strength roll. How does that happen?
Because he is a 20th level adventurer.
I'm watching you.
Because the prince of Gondor is up there able to fight Sauron right now.
Yeah, he's seen
Y'all-
some shit.
y'all get there.
That's why.
Y'all
This
get
was
there.
like so that was a dex save and a flat strength
God.
roll. How does his strength get to, what is it, 40, something like that, or higher? Yeah. To get to a flat modifier, does he have fancy armor? Oh, that's I'm just gonna shit talk.
It's he has bracers.
His controllers are broken.
he has magical bracers. He has a cloak that helps him in mounted combat. His belt helps him in mounted combat. His horse itself is enchanted because it's Shadowfax.
Yeah, I thought so.
Fucking riding Shadowfax.
Yep.
That bitch.
So like
better to
Oh,
bet the horse
I
than
thought
the house.
so.
he
Shadow effect.
yeah, he will not only dismount you, but he will toss the now broken lance to the ground and go and offer you a hand.
Yeah, she'll take it. She'll get up.
He helps you up and goes,
Nice work.
as were you. That you had a rough travel time, I suspect. I've heard of your jousts. You, from what I understand, usually do much better than you did.
You don't have to save my pride.
Oh my God.
It's enough that your men got to see you win, yeah?
Yeah, from their own morale, and he'll kind of look around. Go ahead and roll me a performance check, by the way.
Sure. I get a bonus to that.
Just like, yeah, I totally meant to do that. Yeah.
Roll it at advantage because the prince is kind of like holding your hand up and stuff. Like he's helping.
I can enthrall people with it. I don't want to. I can make people actually heal from this.
Oh, good. They probably need it. They've been taking a beating.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
say.
gonna heal a bunch of these people. What level are we? 8? I'm gonna heal 8 of these people with this performance.
Okay.
Oh man.
Perils are such ass today. Okay, 7.
All right. So 8 people heal 7 points each.
Oh no, that was just.
that was the performance check?
roll.
No. Okay.
The heal is like a D6.
So that's
like, it's
was
not
that
like-
at advantage?
No, it wasn't at advantage. Let me roll that again then.
Yes, please, because I said to roll it at advantage because the prince is helping you.
13, better, but
That is
still
terrible. That is
No,
still better. So you're able to kind of, the people are, they're more laughing at you than with you at this point, but still
that's all right.
decent performance. You're able to heal them. Go ahead and roll your d6.
That'll be a 6 healing, so everybody gets max healing from that.
Awesome. So they do heal. They seem to feel better. Their spirits are up. And so you boost morale just a little bit more on the first day. Boda, now that we're gonna come over to you. What is Boda doing on the first day that she is in Minas Ithil?
Oda is carousing with her people, the soldiery. And what that means is sharing her liquor, cheating them of their wages with dice, and also trying to see through the grapevine where a good escape route from the city would be when the siege starts to go bad.
Okay. So here's what I'll give you the opportunity to do. You know how to play liar's dice?
Yeah.
So we'll do 1 round of liar's dice.
She also, she cheats at dice.
Okay.
That's what her proficiency is.
So roll me sleight of hand check. See if you can cheat these men out of their dice. Sleight of hand and deception.
But then but I don't get to use my dice proficiency.
How does dice proficiency work in D&D? I'm not quite.
It's if you're proficient in a game, you're more skilled at it because you know
Okay.
the ins and outs of it.
So then, because
It's
this
just
is
tool
a
skill.
because this is a sleight of hand check to do with dice, I'll give you the roll at advantage.
All right. Sleight of ham. 25 is my better. Then you wanted a deception?
With a 25, you don't need the deception. They just believe you. And roll
I
me
rolled above a 10 one time.
roll me a
I'm so salty.
Sorry, I stole all your good
How dare
rolls.
you?
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay, cool. Ba, ba. 4d4.
You make 44 pieces of gold from these particular soldiers, and they share
Yeah.
with you Gondorian wine, which is a like if dwarven ale is the best ale in the world, Gondorian wine, because of how the grapes grow down on the vines in the area around Gondor, the wine here is the best in the world.
Damn. Guess my elven vintages ain't shit.
Elves are good with have meads that they really like, that they trade with the
Yeah.
Bjornings. So they're more honey wines. These are grape wine. There's also a rice wine from the Far East here.
Sake.
Yeah.
And then like when it's like when I whine at you, honey, like that.
Yep. That's
Or-
exactly
Yeah.
that.
It's water full of bees.
Yep. But yeah, so you are able to select have a selection of different alcohols. There's even some Moria stout if the two dwarves in the party are interested in drinking what will likely be what will likely be the last Moria stout ever made.
I mean, dwarves are stout, yes. What are you getting at?
It's a dark beer,
Yes,
type
please.
beer.
Yeah.
But yes, you are able to drink the last of your country's famous alcohol.
I mean, after that song I sang, I think I deserve it.
Yeah, you 100% do.
Does Boda get a swig of that?
Say again. I'm sorry, my ears came off.
If Boda gets to drink some of the last of the stout.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, if there's one good thing to losing Moria, it's that I've never been able to drink the last of anything. Now I'm really special.
Yeah, Perlin will just sit there and like raise his eyebrows and be like, "Yeah, that's true. That's fair."
You see the barman kind of come over and go, we don't get too many dwarves around here. Is there anything else I can get for the two of you? It's, according to the prince, all paid for by the crown. Just so you're aware.
Oh, well then.
So much food, please.
Your whole stock, your whole
All the
store's
bacon you
liquor.
have.
Well, the men also will need the liquor. The food.
Absolutely. I'll be the one providing it to him.
Oh, great. Oh, you wanna help with the bar? That would actually be really, really nice of you. I lost me other two bar hands. They died in the last attack.
Oh my god.
If you tell them that we're charging more, I'll give you a cut.
I don't think he understands what I mean to do.
Oh no, he doesn't. He really sincerely thinks you're offering to help him with the bar.
Yeah, all right. I've got this horse cart. We should make it look sparer, and you should just load everything on my cart, on the prince's tab, mind you.
Right. On the
I'll
princess
take it
tab.
to a hiding. I'll take it to a hiding spot.
Right.
Can I
that's,
wait? Can I just interject a really drunk? I'm just picturing it drunk Ferlin in my mind, just being like, I have a cart too, my horny chariot. I love it so much.
right.
He
right.
loves to run people over with that thing.
I know it's beautiful, isn't it?
I saw from the wall. I'm a squire. I'm not quite a knight. I didn't quite cut it, and he'll like pat his gut, and it's a little bigger than the average knight. But I did see you all running over quite a few people out there. That was quite impressive. Yeah, just go get your cart. I'll load you up, and then you can distribute the beer.
Oh my god.
Hey, I love swindling. Love improving morale by swindling.
Yep, absolutely. Ferlin, on the other hand, you see a halfling gentleman who, the bartender will like snap a few times, and he'll go, "Hey, Nob, all of the bacon." And a few
Yes.
about 30 minutes later, you see with two like big silver platter trays of bacon and other sides to kind of fill it. Like there's like a platter of fresh fried eggs. There's some biscuits on the sides. There's all kinds of stuff. And he kind of brings out like a breakfast tray and he goes, I figured since my boss is kind of an idiot, you'd also probably want other things with it, so I brought you a breakfast tray. I know it's not breakfast time, but who's gonna say no to fresh stacked pancakes? Am I right?
God. Breakfast for dinner is the best. Thank you so much. You read my mind, and Ferlin will just tear up and be like, "This is amazing."
Would you like some water to help you with the hydration of it all?
Maybe a little water, but you still more of that. What was that? Rice wine? That.
Yeah, the rice wine. Yes. I'll bring you some. And he'll set 3 pitchers down. One of them is a small gourd full of sake. Another one is like a metal pitcher full of grape juice that he tries to convince you is wine. But he wants you to try and sober up a smidge. And then the other is a pitcher of ice water.
Will take care of that, my dude. Don't worry.
Boda's in her cups a bit, and also, of her own supply, and is just still stuck on. What kind of magic do you have to do to have breakfast for dinner?
Fern will just be like, Boda, you have to have this. It's so good, Boda.
Would you like your own stack? I can go make you some pancakes, miss.
Is it gonna turn me inside out through magic?
No, I promise you it's not. Is
it gonna make me go backwards and turn into a wee baby?
No, it's not. We halflings have only the ordinary kinds of magic. So trust me, this isn't that wizardy shit, I promise. I just know how to make a damn good pancake.
It's so true, Boda. You have to try it. It's so good.
They are actually really good fucking pancakes.
Yay.
He will come back out with a stack of pancakes and a second plate that's just full of French toast.
Oh my god, I love French toast.
And he just goes, "This is a Shire specialty. I left the Shire many years ago, and this is my little taste of home. So please enjoy." And he will kind of pat away, being like, "I get to get paid tomorrow." Because all of this is on the Prince's tab.
Yeah, don't worry. The barman will have his gold to reinvest.
All of the alcohol you just swindled.
I just want to know what a Shire French toast would be like.
Look, it's a victimless crime, really.
Do you know that Texas
except for the
toast?
soldiers.
Yes.
It's that coated
that
with egg wash, the standard cinnamon sugar, and then once it's served, powdered sugar on top of that, chopped walnuts, and then drizzled with both maple and chocolate syrup.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Well,
Lord of the
shit.
Rings cookbook.
That sounds good. Extra, but good.
Yeah, it's definitely extra, but it's tasty. I've made it in real life. I can't have it now because I'm on the keto diet, but that's, beside the point. Back to the immersion. The barman will kind of look over to Eleanor, who I'm assuming also joined your companions in the bar, and will go, "Would you like anything to eat, miss?"
I didn't realize I was here until 0.2 seconds ago, so booze, I guess.
He'll kind of come over and set down a mug of mead, because it's kind of the only thing he has left after Boda took all of his shit.
I'm having a wonderful time.
And he'll place his hand on your back and go, "I saw your loss against the prince. There's no shame in it."
It's all right. He had I couldn't have possibly won. He had a +11 to a regular strength roll. I'm not
sorry,
salty
what?
at all.
I'm sorry, what?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. What?
You're not breaking the fourth wall or anything, are you?
No,
I was just kind of go,
not
don't.
incredibly salty about a flat strength roll at all.
Yeah. He'll just kind of go, "Don't worry. I also have lost to the prince. He's quite good at what he does. Are you folk here to help with the defenses, by the way?"
Yeah.
Local head of the loser club comes up to you with a badge. It's like, "There's no shame. Welcome, sister."
He'll go, "So, I had an idea, and the prince doesn't really like to hear my ideas much, because I'm just kind of a squire, and he more prefers to listen to the ideas of stout knights who weren't caught trying to run away from the battle. But I believe the city has a defensive weak point."
How about it?
There's a tunnel just behind the second wall that leads out into the mountains. At some point, you should probably look into it. The orcs might try and use it to get into the city.
Thank you for telling me. Why is it that you haven't told anyone else, by the way? Is it because you got caught for deserting? Is that what you said?
I might have been caught going into that tunnel, but I wasn't deserting. I was trying to make sure that it was secured.
Hey, you're just checking it out.
Exactly.
I'm sure that there's also a guard who has your dinner, and this isn't a one-to-one reference or anything. Wink.
No, it is not a one-to-one reference. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the barkeep. He has plenty of food.
He makes the
Anyway,
best damn French toast ever.
Me totally not learn.
While you were,
Yeah.
so while you were not deserting, you didn't happen to bring this up to anybody in charge, did you?
I spoke to the prince when he was going to court-martial me, but he didn't believe me. I do believe that if we were to cave that tunnel in, we could potentially keep the orcs out. That's just my 2 cents on the matter.
What is that tunnel's purpose? Because there shouldn't be a tunnel to begin with if you think that it needs to be caved in. There's usually a purpose behind the actual tunnel.
I don't know. I'm not high enough ranking to know if it's there on purpose.
In that case, your 2 cents is uneducated and unnecessary.
You see him just
I will-
genuinely get really sad and begin to walk away.
No.
It's all right, boy.
Destroyed.
I'm
Can
not
Furl-
salty at you for coming at me like, oh, you lost too, or anything.
Can Ferlin see that he's sad?
Yeah,
assume
no,
that
it's very,
because,
very
like-
genuinely. He looks.
Okay. Can he assume it's because like all the French toast is going to be like, hey, it's okay. It's so good. I can eat more. You can make me more French toast. Thank you. That'd be so great.
"Oh,
It's so
okay,
good."
I'll do that. And you see him kind of go back to the kitchen, like very downtrodden, and begin to make more.
It's gonna be okay.
You see the halfling Knob kind of come out and go, "I'm sorry, did one of you call my boss dumb? Does that just happen?
No.
Because he's
Yes, 'cause
crying
he's-
back there."
Shouldn't be so dumb then.
All right. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but harsh. The men will remember this.
I didn't call him dumb. I
Men
called him
will
uneducated
remember
because he's-
this.
I didn't call him dumb. I called him uneducated, and it's because he literally is. He didn't fucking know the answer.
I know, alright. I called him dumb.
Well, I guess that's fine.
Just the morale chart just kind of very slightly lowers and then bottoms out as soon as Boda opens her mouth.
I did so much work for that.
Oh God.
Ah, our heroes are assholes. Ah, okay.
You
Oh,
would be too if you had to do a flat strength roll against a +11.
I would simply succeed against a +11 with my
Oh yes, sure.
amazing
with a double.
my
double
amazing
nat 20s. Is
luck.
that what you said, Belle?
yep. Actually, I can show you the
Oh,
roll.
you gotta show me pictures of your dice. It's all right. You're good. I
Um,
believe you.
but
It's very salty.
I do believe what Claire is saying is skill issue.
Yeah. Better at rolling 20s, nerd.
Uh,
Honestly, if I had rolled 20s, it still would have done literally nothing.
no, if you'd have rolled nat 20s, you'd have won. I'd have let you win that.
No, because I have less numbers than him.
Yes, but it's a critical success. He has a 10 for dex and an 11 for strength.
He rolled 2 of them. First of all, I want to punch you. It's all right. I'm just very salty about numbers and such. Cause like, I don't have actual reasons. I'm just very salty.
I too hate numbers and think they're a scam.
Cause like, if I had rolled 19s, it still would have done nothing. Is the thing? Cause like you would have given me it. Cause hey, that's lucky, sure. But like, +11, pal.
Yeah, I
It's a
told y'all
flat
I told
strength roll. You told me
it was a strength check. Yeah.
instead of like a applicable skill roll or.
You know, I could have made you roll athletics. Yeah, you're right.
You're good. I'm all right. I'm.
But yeah, so the first day passes, and you guys are kind of able to get a good bit done. As far as the first day goes. On your second day, I want all of you as your characters awaken to roll me a perception check.
For Captain.
Perception.
13.
Nine.
So we got a 13, a 9.
Do not wish to see it.
Let me see. And a 12. Okay. So, as each of you kind of awaken, first Eleanor will kind of wake up, then Boda, and then I don't think with a 9 Ferlin
don't
hears
get to
it.
wake up.
You wake up, but you don't hear it to wake up. Like this, a loud, almost crashing noise wakes up Eleanor and Boda. But Ferlin, you wake up like normal.
Then has died in his sleep from too much bacon.
You're still suffering from the effects of a food coma, so you don't hear it. But there's a loud stone crashing noise that comes from the main wall. As Boda and Eleanor wake up.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Shall we go check it out?
Yo, I should go check out that tunnel. Yeah, let's check it out.
Fuck the loud crashing noise. We're gonna go check out the tunnel. Okay. So do you wake Ferlin is the question.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, our Boda and Eleanor are going to wake their sleeping dwarf companion.
I don't think Boda is conscientious enough to care either way.
All right,
That's fair,
Eleanor
that's
will,
fair.
and Eleanor will also be going out because I do believe I asked and I wasn't sure if you had said.
Yeah. So Ferlin, Eleanor kind of comes over and wakes you and kind of shakes you. What do you say to wake up your dwarven friend?
Hey, wake up! Shit's exploding. We probably have to do something about it.
No, why is it always us? That'll be my response to that, but I will get up.
Okay. So you guys kind of get up. You put on your armor and you head out. As you head outside, you notice that the crashing noises that you're hearing are loud boulders being loaded into trebuchets.
Trebuchets.
The Gondorian army has officially begun loading out their own trebuchets and getting them ready. And there are large, like the defenses are beginning to start being put up at this point because the large incursion force came from the mountains and the Gondorians were not ready when they got here. So you're able to see the Gondorians now beginning to ready themselves for battle. Do any of you help? Is the question.
Uh-huh. Where the fuck did the rock noise come from? Is it just our people making noise?
It is your people making noises. They are loading massive boulders, pieces of the city that had been broken off, into trebuchets to be flung over the wall.
I guess we should go over and see what they're planning to fight, because I cannot see it.
All right. As you approach, you see two people, two guardsmen who look rather grumpy this morning, and you kind of hear them go, "Damn barman had no alcohol, motherfucking son of a." No grog to be had. Just... hello there. What can we do for you?
Looks like you're starting to get ready for a fight. What's going on?
Well, early this morning there were some sightings of some drakes out of Mordor. So we're preparing for potential aerial assault. And it looks like on the wall, two of the ballista have been sabotaged somehow. We don't know who did it, but one of them just the lever's broken to make it work, and the other one the actual rope to fire the bolts is gone. So we have no idea who did it or why they did it, but they're fucked. So we had to bust out the trebuchets.
Alrighty. Sound the alarm when you do get in a fight, and we'll try to help you. I can't really fix any of that stuff. That's not really my field of expertise. Is it for either of you?
Might be able
No,
to
it
if you
will have.
supply me with engineer's tools.
I don't know.
We could probably get you some tools. Yeah.
I just got tinker proficiency this level.
Yeah. We could get you some tools. We can.
Um,
If you go out into the city proper, you can. There's old Kyan's house, and Kyan's a fighter of a different variety. He makes these weapons of war, and he'll pat the trebuchet and go. We don't know where he gets the designs from, but we also don't see him much out of his house, so you can go up and seek him out, find his shop, and he might be able to provide you with the tools you need.
yeah. That's what's Boda. I think that's what Boda's doing for now.
Okay. What about the other two?
I mean, I don't know really what I could do to help, but I would do something.
Okay.
I have blacksmith tools, but I'm not proficient at anything, I don't think.
You could randomly decide who the saboteur was and have justice
Bad
dealt.
barkeeper.
fat bartender. It was.
Yeah, it was totally him. Also, he's been stealing from people. That's why he's got all of the prince's money.
And no booze.
Speaking of, that is probably what Eleanor's gonna do. Eleanor's gonna go investigate this tunnel, at least like see what it might be for.
He
Okay.
sent the prince an IOU for all of his booze, but no, the
Where'd the
soldiers
booze?
drunk those booze. Where'd that go? Did he just hide it?
Where
Suspicious.
went the booze?
So,
Messy.
so we're gonna focus first on Boda, as Boda heads back into the city. Heading up into the main thoroughfare, you kind of asking around. You're able to find Kind's Emporium of Oddities, a tinkerer's shop of sorts. To get into the shop, you kind of go through the front door, and Kind himself is behind a wooden door with like a slot where you can see his eyes, but you can see none of the rest of him.
Thought you were gonna say, in order to get to Kine, I would, like, in order to enter the store, I would have to, like, go through a maze or something.
Oh, hold on, it's coming.
Zany little maze. Okay. Yeah.
He'll look at you and go, "And what are you doing here? And how can I help you?"
So is this a human?
You don't know. All you can see is his eyes. He's behind a door with like a slot where you can pull it open and close.
Okay.
All you can see is his eyes.
All right.
He's roughly a little shorter than a standard human.
I'm looking for someone who can repair one of the Bokran war engines.
Which of my creations was broken?
It was one of the true buckets, yeah.
I was 2 of the ballista up top.
2 of the ballista. There's 2 of the ballistae on the walls.
Oh, I see. You were gonna fix them or what? What's the?
Maybe. Do you want to? You could spare some tools. I could get the work done.
I have some tools. Yes, you can go into my back room and find the tools you need. He'll pull a lever from inside his little box, and a door will slowly creak open behind you.
Yeah. Free tools.
Inside this room are a grouping of boxes, and once you enter the room, the door itself shuts behind you and locks.
Yeah. All right. What's
If you can find the box that has the tools, you can have them. But the other boxes are trapped. Choose wisely. In this room there are 6 boxes. Each box marked with a different marking. Each of the markings are old runic script, written in an ancient human language. It is not the common language and writing of the day, but it is an ancient form of the human script that is no longer used in the world of men. Each of the boxes are of different coloring. So you have a red one made of like a deep red wood. You have one that's made of solid metal. You have one that's made of a glass, and you can kind of see in that one that there's nothing inside. And you can, each of the boxes are differently placed. And you hear kind of chime in the box of where acid could not penetrate. You will find what you are looking for.
okay? She's listening to this and maybe less taking in the puzzle and more so like squinting and going, fella, I'm a bit eccentric and opportunistic myself, so I can understand having odd priorities during a siege, but are you mad?
Many have called me mad. I tend to think of it as fun.
No, I know you're not. I know you're mad. Are you silly? You're very silly.
Yes, of course I am.
Alright, just so long as you know what you're doing.
I'm a goblin in a box. What do you think? You didn't hear that. Forget that. I didn't say that.
Ignore the goblin behind the door. Wow.
He just Hagrid's. I should not have said that.
Oh, shut that. Alright, so in the box where acid cannot penetrate. What is that? Boda's not a chemist.
Nope.
What were the boxes of again?
So you have a few of them that are made of wood. There's one that's made of like wrought iron. There's one that's made of a reflective glass. Like you can't see in, but it like you can see your reflection in it. And there's one that's made of stone. There's one that's made and a few. The rest of them are kind of made of different metals.
Metal. Mason. What is Mason churning, not Smith churning, so I don't know how good her metaller she is.
As a dwarf, you would know that acid can definitely penetrate stone if given time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of very obvious that it can break wood, so you know those aren't one. So it's kind of the metal or the glass one, either way.
Gosh, I think it's glass. 'Cause you can put that in vials.
Are you positive?
No, I'm usually pretty pessimistic, to be honest. But like,
Will you
I think my
open the
answer's
glass
pretty
box?
good. What if I rogue check for traps?
Yeah, you can go ahead and check the box for traps. He has informed you that some of them are trapped.
Some of them are trapped. I thought he said the rest are trapped instead of the one where the tools are.
Yeah, it's all of them but the one with the tools.
All right. I mean, all right. That's investigation.
Yep. Roll investigation.
You can do it.
Nah, 20, 25.
There are no traps in this box.
There are no.
This is definitely the box you're looking for.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
You open it and you get a set of
I double confirmed it.
yeah, you get a set of engineer's tools, and you get a +2 set of thieves tools. Also,
tools or tinkerer's tools?
tinkerer's tools.
Yeah.
Also, roll a dex save.
Okay.
You are able to feel it before the weird goblin engineer pulls the like, as you kind of hear it before you feel it, but the weird goblin engineer pulls a lever, and Boda is able to roll to the right and dodge the floor pit trap that the goblin tried to throw you into. Prove.
It's in the pits.
Inside the pit are a bunch of bones, so he's probably gotten people with this before, and
Oh.
also what appears to be a cave of some kind.
Cool. Wow, this guy.
Get a load of this guy.
Sorry, I'm reeling.
The goblin will just go, that usually works. He'll pull another lever and the door will and creak open. You may leave, as you have passed the test. Tell anyone that I'm a goblin and I'll blow up the city.
He comes out.
No,
Comes out of his door.
He is
Okay,
still in his
just
door.
opens
He
a
just
door.
opens the door you came into this room with, because it had shut and locked behind you.
Okay.
He is allowing you to leave. There's enough explosive in this building to blow up the city. Don't tempt me.
Cool, because I was about to set a shop on fire.
I mean,
Do that.
yeah, he did say that out loud. But if you wanna test it, you can. You'd set his shop on fire.
We're gonna throw a dagger by, like, pommel first to hit the fucker in the nose.
Okay, roll me an attack roll. Roll me a ranged attack roll. So the throw with the dagger.
Yeah. I'll use my that's not the other bang equipped. Well. Heck. Just for the cool. This is not 20, 27.
Holy shit! I don't like. How are you rolling this well?
Boda leads a charmed life.
Apparently. Okay. So you hit him dead square in the fucking nose.
Fucking bounces off and comes back into my house.
You know what?
Man.
Because of that roll, yeah, it did.
You're a little asshole. Fuck you, honestly.
I mean, if that's an offer.
Oh my god.
Disgusting.
Yeah, well,
This is the
You
worst set of
too.
free tools I've ever stolen. Fuck off.
You didn't steal shit. I let you have them.
Leaving.
Fuck you.
This is terrible.
He'll like
Fuck this
pull a
guy.
lever really hard, and it like slams the door behind you.
I almost want to let the city fall now. All right. I think that's right. I'm gonna go back and repair the ballistae.
All right, you are able to do that as we're gonna pan over.
And also
Uh-huh.
notify like one of the prince's attaches or something. Did you know that your war engineer is a goblin and has
He like puts his hands on your mouth. Yes,
murdered people in a pit trap?
we know, but he's useful.
Don't talk about it.
Don't tell
please.
people, or he'll blow up the city.
And that's... The prince is cool with that. Okay.
No, we're trying to find a way to get rid of the explosives.
Oh my god.
We have to figure out a way to safely move the explosives from the cave in the second level of the city out of the city so that he can't blow people up, so that we can then kill him.
Well, what's it? But it begins rubbing her hands together tediously. Explosives. What's it? Words. Explosives that the powers that be want me to steal.
That is...
I just can't say no.
I believe your friend Eleanor went to go and investigate if you want to catch up with her.
Aye. Cool. Let's find Ellie. Who's maybe already solved that problem.
So, did Ferlin go with Eleanor to investigate the cave?
Yeah, probably. I mean, Ferlin's so sleepy. He's just like, I'll just be helpful. Who's doing helpful things? Eleanor's doing helpful things.
Wonderful. Okay. So, Eleanor, you are able to get up to kind of the cave mouth, and you notice that this is definitely something that was tunneled here. Like, this is definitely cut stone. It looks almost like a mine shaft of sorts. But it doesn't look Gondorian in construction. If that makes sense. Like, you kind of grew up around Gondorian construction. This is definitely not Gondorian in construction.
All right. So probably from like when this place was first made, kind of deal.
It looks fresher than that. Roll me in knowledge history.
That is my first roll today. That is above a 10.
Wonderful. You're able to fucking recognize that this is of goblin make. This is probably maybe 3, 4, 5 months old, tops. Somewhere between 3 and 5 months old.
There's a bunch of face reliefs of just different goblin gross expressions going blah.
No, but there are some goblin tools, like these little tiny like pickaxes and shovels and things that kind of give away that this was a goblin cave.
Got you. Eleanor is going to pick up a handful of these tiny little pickaxes, and we'll head on off to go talk to the prince. She will make sure this guy knows.
Okay. On your way back, you find Boda. Boda, will you kind of regale your friends in the tale of what just happened to you.
Man, asshole today. I got these really good tools out of it. But also, he tried to drop me in a pit trap. Also, he's got a lot of explosives that I want, especially to use against the army outside the walls.
And you described them as some asshole?
Yeah, a goblin asshole. Well, he said he was a goblin, and the attaché confirmed he was a goblin.
If there was a moment where you could tell me not to tell this part to the prince, now would be the time.
I mean, apparently, he's sort of holding the city hostage,
Yeah.
and we just need to, take the boom out of his bum so that they can just sort of do the deed. Although at this point, I want to do it myself, really.
You said you wanted to do it yourself?
Yeah, if I got the chance, yes.
Bodo wants to kill
Sure,
him.
no.
Bodo wants to be the one to murder him.
He intended to ensnare me in lethal mischief, which I can understand and sympathize with, even if I find it mildly inconvenient. But then he made an inarticulate pass at me, and I wasn't charmed. Now I must die.
Oh my gosh.
Understandable.
So Boda has informed you at this point that and kind of as you approach the prince, he will kind of look at you and his face kind of crestfallen, and he goes, "Oh, you've discovered the goblin cave, I assume."
Yeah, the tunnel, and she'll kind of like jingle the like tools she's picked up.
It's so here's my problem with that tunnel is if we as an army go into that tunnel, Kine, the War Master, will blow the city to absolute pieces. But if your group were to go in, say, and say maybe get rid of his bombs, we could potentially arrest Kine and the city would be safe, and Gondor would be in your debt, even more so.
Aye, arrests of life.
We were just going to imprison him, but sure, if you want to kill him. I don't know what he's done to you.
So much.
Enough.
I don't suppose you happen to have figured out how to defuse these bombs already?
So I am not skilled in that type of mechanism. I am more one that just, and he'll like gesture to his bow. I point and shoot at things. But if you guys figure
It
it
makes your
out,
strength score even more impressive.
I'm
I'm gonna keep bringing it up because I'm spiteful.
Oh, does he have an oversized bow?
Yeah, he does. It's a composite
Nice.
bow. And he'll just kind of go, I will
Hello?
offer you, Eleanor, and he'll gesture to the sword that he offered you yesterday. Should you complete this task, I will give you this Vorpal sword.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
I will also reward the other two, even though, according to the barkeep, one of your dwarven friends swindled him out of his entire alcohol stock.
I didn't. It was paid for.
It wasn't me. I drank it.
It was a bit of free market. It was a bit of free market application.
He like cuts Boda a look like, okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do, because I know that one of our players has to leave at 11, and it is 10:53.
Gotta go speak.
Yeah. So we're gonna leave it here and come back in the next session. But I'm really glad that I got to play with you guys. Hopefully next session we'll have the whole gang back together. But yeah, it was a very fun session. Let's find somebody to raid.
What is this delightful dungeon in the middle of the siege?
Yeah, it's a tiny little dungeon in the middle of a siege. This is my brand of Dungeons and Dragons.
Wonderful.
Who's online that we can raid? Apparently, my dogs are barking and saying hello.
Oh, they're
Um,
dogs. Gotta say hi.
hmm. There's
There
not a
doesn't seem to
lot.
be a lot of people
Yeah,
on at
there
the
doesn't
moment.
seem anybody that I want to raid on.
Have you ever heard of Kobold Sprig?
I have heard of Kobold Sprig.
Kobold Sprig.
Kobold Sprig is a much larger VTuber than me, though, and I am a nervous bean.
Well, that's one way to say hi. You've been playing D&D, and I'm sure that that's a thing that they enjoy because they are kobold, and that's the rules.
That is
There's
true.
the rules.
That is
That's the
true.
rules.
Let me see. Yeah, you know what? We'll raid Sprig.
I got a smaller person who's got 5 viewers right now.
Who's that?
My friend Artemis Harp,
Will
who's
you
playing Final Fantasy 14.
send me their username in DMs and I will raid them.
Beep, 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 beep.
Thank you, baby.
Alternatively read as Artemi Harp, which would be wrong, but funny.
I have found them.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and raid Artemis Harp. Let them know that this is a paladin raid, and we will see y'all. We'll see y'all in the next session. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Y'all have a good one.